You survived, you fought, you loved, and now you die. Lee's death is an iconic grief in gaming, but its power doesn't come from sadness alone. It comes from how this story says goodbye, and from what that goodbye leaves behind. Until now, you've managed to push this farewell aside, because you were strong enough to, but also because urgency gave you purpose. Your little girl was in danger. Death could wait, but not forever.
Lee, wake up! Please don't be dead. Please, no!
The truth is, part of you wishes your purpose was finished, that you could finally rest. But it isn't. You saved her body, not her mind. She's seen her parents as monsters. She's just survived a madman, and she can already feel that something inside you is fading. Right now, she doesn't just want you, she needs you, and you're running out of time. You still think you're the protector, but that role is already slipping away. And in answer to this, you reach for control again. You hammer the buttons, but it doesn't matter. The door won't move. The game doesn't even let you try again. There's no pretending now. The inevitable must be faced head on.
What happened? No, that's not... No.
Yes, Clem, it is.
You can't hide the truth from her, just like you can't hide it from yourself. But you can still walk toward it.
I'll help you.
You feel it in every step, the weight, the slowness. The little girl you carried through this world is now carrying you. You're not her protector anymore, but you can still guide her.
Get up, Lee! The door is right here!
She says it's right there. The way out. The future. If you could just reach it, maybe everything would still hold together. But you can't. And the game doesn't rush past that moment. It makes you sit with it.
I can't. You don't have much time. You gotta do something. Fast.
Now your input comes from a body that cannot act. You don't move. You point. You instruct. Every word matters because it might be your last.
You're afraid of him, honey. You're smart. He isn't. You're smarter than all of them.
How to think, how to stay ready when the world collapses. And for a moment, it works. Until it doesn't.
Get him! Get him!
You shout, you scramble, but you remain powerless. Until, with the last strength left in your body, you throw the bat. The transition is complete. Brutally, but decisively. She's safe. It's not enough, but it's all you have left to give.
Great, Clem. Good job.
Now comes the last lesson. How to deal with loss. And in that instant, the game does something cruel and brilliant. It gives you control again. Not to save yourself, but to decide how she will remember you. Leave or shoot you. You could tell her to walk away, because no child should carry that weight, because putting down someone you love might break something inside her. There's also survival instinct to consider, saving bullets, avoiding noise. Remember, it's her last lesson.
Maybe I shouldn't let you turn.
I don't want you to have to do that. Shooting things. It changes you, sweetie. I don't want you to get used to it. Megan, first days we met, do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
When I went out to rescue that boy Glenn, we met a girl. She'd been bitten too. All she wanted was to not come back as a walker. I couldn't bring myself to give her the gun. I didn't want to see death then, and I know we've seen so much of it, but you shouldn't have to see it now.
Even in a world drowned in death, it's still treated as sacred. Or you could ask her to do it, because you don't want to become what she fears, because preventing a monster is its own kind of care and of closure. There is no easy answer, only responsibility.
It's okay, Clem. I was standing over Doc holding that gun. It was so hard. I'm sorry you're in that position now. I'd give anything for you not to be. But you just have to point it at me. Close your eyes and be thankful you never have to see me as one of them. You can do it. I know you can.
Okay, Lee. I can do it. I can.
And before you go, your last words. The ones her heart will carry forever.
And also,
What is it?
no, don't worry. All right. I'll miss you.
Me too.
Why is this moment so devastating? First, because you are saying goodbye. You didn't just watch Lee live, you inhabited him. Every decision, every compromise, every mistake, you made them together. And now one of you stays, while the other doesn't. That separation hurts, because he dies and your time in the story ends too. Death in The Walking Dead is constant. It kept getting closer. You lost your people one by one, but it was never you. Now it is. Then there is family. Before anything else, this story is about Lee and Clementine, about raising a child in a collapsing world. And this moment is the result of that work. She's standing on her own now. Not perfectly, not fearlessly, but she's standing. That's what you were building towards all along. And finally, redemption. It began in the back of a police car. From that moment on, morality followed every step. You chose who to save, who to feed, who to forgive. You protected a little girl until your last breath. You didn't erase your past, but you did give someone else a future. You survived. You fought. You loved. And now you're free. And she's ready. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm probably going to branch out a little bit from Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 1 from now on. probably expand to other seasons or maybe other games, but that was a fun ride. If you want to support me in that endeavor, please consider liking the video or even subscribing and joining us, because that helps me a lot. And I will see you another time for another video. See you then.